Well, file this under news you didn't want to hear. COVID-19 is spiking again.
Hamilton County health officials say summer travel, the unrelenting heat, and weakened immunity may all be to blame. Xavier Harris joins us now. And Xavier, tell us where does Hamilton County stand when it comes to the number of COVID cases?
Well, Cindy, David, right now in Hamilton County, there are 30 people in the hospital with COVID, and there has only been one COVID-related death just this month. Now, county officials say while cases are increasing, they aren't expecting a huge spike in COVID, and they wouldn't advise people to change their behavior.
We see an uptick about this time each year, so it wasn't surprising, but we take it seriously.
Dr. Don Ford, an epidemiologist with the Hamilton County Health Department, says the uptick in COVID-19 cases doesn't necessarily mean the U.S. is at the beginning of a fall surge. She adds for parents concerned for their children as they head off into a new school year, teaching them about the dangers of COVID is imperative.
One thing I think that's important is that if they take a water bottle, make sure they put their name on it and that they not share their water bottle with others. That just helps, keep from spreading those germs around.
Right now in the county, there are 30 hospitalizations and 8 patients are in the intensive care unit, which is lower than last year. Around this time, we saw 55 patients in the hospital and 22 in the ICU.
We had 1 death in August so far and 2 deaths in June. Before that, it had been since April.
Dr. Ford says there's been no change in the people who are most at risk for the severe illness.
So those very young, those who are elderly, and those who are immunocompromised.
And she says stick to what we've been doing from the very beginning.
We can see lots of other illnesses as well, like colds and influenza later in the season. So washing your hands thoroughly many times a day. You can choose to wear a mask if you want. Also, just staying at home if you're sick, especially if you have a fever. Get tested, if you do have symptoms that correspond with COVID-19.
Now, at this time, Dr. Ford says the state is not offering COVID testing at sites, but you can go to your local physician or local drugstore to get tested. In the studio, I'm Xavier Harris, Local 3 News.